Well, hello, it's Celisa coming to you from Beautifully Me and You. And this week, I thought I would bring you a full and complete week of eating nothing but Trader Joe's items. That's right, not only are they known for their fruits and vegetables, their amazing snacks and frozen meals, but also they have some good meat options, and of course, they have amazing desserts. And since variety is the spice of my life, it wasn't that hard for me to find plenty of things to try that I'd never tried before at Trader Joe's and just wing it. So the goal for this week is to stay within my points, which I'm on the blue plan on Weight Watchers with only 29 points per day, as well as give my honest opinion on some of their hottest items.
This stuff is spicy. I don't like it.
Hi, I'm her accountability partner. She's doing great. I'm super proud of her.
So here's to day one. I started with the brand new item from Trader Joe's, which was their vanilla overnight oats. I love oatmeal. I've even prepared overnight oats myself at home, and I thought how convenient. During this week, I decided I would add any free foods in, 0-point foods, along with the Trader Joe's items if needed, and so I served this one with fried eggs and apple slices.
Y'all, I don't like this. I thought I did, but the more I keep tasting it,
Babe.
it looks nasty. Tastes nasty, Priscilla.
So I'm sure you could tell that I would not repurchase this item. It was a definite no for me. So lunch was a whole nother story. I decided to get back on the wagon and try the next item, which was the Trader Joe's butter chicken with basmati rice. And I served this with a side of green beans that I stir fried, as well as some strawberries and a lemon perfect drink.
This one is a winner chicken dinner.
Absolute repurchase. Not only was the butter chicken seasoned very well, but it had all of that Indian flavor that's authentic with real chunks of breast meat. This is a definite repurchase.
This is like the best lunch option with a ton of flavor. I'm excited to try the fiery chicken.
And I was most excited by dinner. I knew that the mandarin orange chicken was very good. I had had it previously, but I was going to be serving it with the riced cauliflower stir fry. And man, was this a combination. I added on the side just some canned green beans and dinner was served. Talk about fabulous. One quick tip. I don't like that it includes 2 packs of the sauce in the mandarin orange chicken. So when I stir fried mine, I only add 1 pack. And I've been doing this for some time. It allows the chicken to stay really crispy, but also have the flavor. It's just not saturated in sauce. The riced cauliflower had all the vegetables and seasoning that was needed. I think I added a small splash of soy sauce just so that I can get that Asian taste. But let me tell you, when I say I was a part of the Clean Plate Club, wishing I could repeat this on the next day, definite win. And on to my favorite part of the day, I had dessert, which was Brownie Crisp coffee ice cream sandwiches. Okay, so if you like coffee ice cream, you are going to love this dessert. It's really full and thick ice cream in the middle with a very strong sweet coffee taste. And the brownie crisps on the outside give you that bit of crunch. Give you that bit of crunch that go right along with the ice cream in the center. Chocolate and coffee was a definite win. It had me dancing, y'all, okay? I'm all about some coffee ice cream. Jamocha almond fudge from Baskin Robbins is one of my favorites. I think this might have topped it. This was a 10 out of 10. We made it to day 2, and I was excited to try this uncured dry rub sliced bacon. Trader Joe's has several different bacon options, but I went ahead and purchased this one and served it up again with fried eggs, a cup of coffee, and just some strawberries on the side. This bacon was really good, and it actually was just 1 point per slice, and it made for an amazing breakfast. Definite repurchase. And for lunch, I thought I'd go ahead and try the fiery chicken curry. And I also served it with a salad that they had at work left over with some of the green goddess salad dressing from Trader Joe's. Now, in my mind, both of these items were super hyped up. I watch a YouTuber named Mikey Chin, who's pretty famous, and he tried the fiery chicken curry and said it was his absolute favorite Indian dish at Trader Joe's. So I had high expectations for that, and I had always heard plenty about the green goddess salad dressing, so I was excited to try it, especially because it was so low in points.
Spicy. This one's spicy.
Yes, fiery is right, and it's super spicy. So if you don't like spice, stay away from this.
Did you try the green goddess dressing, Tal?
No. You gotta try it.
The goddess dressing was really good. I don't know if I would repurchase it because it's kind of bland tasting, not a lot of seasoning to it, but it did have that cooling effect for the fiery chicken, which was a delicious, definite 10 out of 10 repurchase. And I'm just showing you my fruit that I had for dessert. Dinner on day 2 was the Trader Joe's pepperoni pizza macaroni and cheese bowl. I had half of this box serving as well as a side salad with the green goddess dressing. This macaroni and cheese was very good. My kids really enjoyed it, and it's just like what it implies. It's more of a pepperoni pizza blended with macaroni and cheese, so it's not as cheesy like a regular macaroni and cheese. It also has tomato sauce in it so that it can mimic some of the pepperoni pizza, but I would say it's a repurchase. I would give it a definite strong 7 out of 10. And on to dessert, I had the Hold the Cone mini ice cream cones in vanilla, and after I purchased, I found out that the chocolate chip was the best flavor, but they didn't have that available. These were pretty good. I had 2 of them. They're pretty low in points, so I'd give it about a 6 out of 10, and I would repurchase. Day 3. For breakfast, I went ahead and tried the Greek non-fat yogurt and coconut cream with 0% fat. And I would say for breakfast, I served that with some eggs as well as some fruit. And it was just okay, you know? It wasn't anything that was extra delicious, and it was 4 points for the one yogurt. And I usually eat the Oikos brand fruit-flavored yogurt, and those are only 2 points, and I feel like they give me more flavor bang for less points. So that's probably the only reason why I wouldn't repurchase this particular yogurt, but that's just a personal preference. And so for lunch, I had the beef shepherd's pie, and this was, it has gravy, vegetables, creamy mashed potatoes with meat. So you know, every part of me thought that I would absolutely devour this meal because I'm a meat and potatoes girl. You can see some of the vegetable pieces here in this clip, but I ended up adding some salt and pepper on top because my first bite was just a no-go. And then as I continued to eat it, it's like I was over the taste of it rather quickly. And I ended up leaving half of the dish behind. Actually, I ended up throwing it away. So for that, I would say it's a definite non-repurchase for me. It wasn't something that I enjoyed. For dinner, I had purchased some carnitas, and I decided when I looked inside the package from the back that it just didn't look like it was gonna come out as carnitas tacos that I was thinking of. So I decided to try to turn the traditional carnitas into a somewhat chili verde mix that I would then put on tacos. So I took the carnitas mix, and as you can see, it's just like one huge block of meat. And I went ahead and chopped that up and then poured some Herdez green salsa on top, as well as some green chilies. And then at the last minute, I decided to add a little bit of Rotel tomatoes to maybe give it some spice, and put that into the oven on 375 degrees for about 35 minutes. Now, it did say you can heat up the carnitas in the microwave, that block of meat, but that just did not sound right to me. Anyway, once the meat was done, I went ahead and plated it in some tacos with lettuce and a small amount of fat-free cheese and some fat-free beans on the side. This was life, okay? It took some work to get it to the point that I wanted, but these tacos were delicious. I kind of felt like I wish I had some cilantro and onions and turned it into some street tacos, but I didn't have it. They still came out really good. I would definitely repurchase the carnitas and doctor it up a way that works well for me. Okay, and I have a serious problem. I don't know what's wrong with me, but if food is bomb, I dance. So this was in that category. My oldest son stopped by, and so I had him try it out too.
What you think? Honestly.
I want 5. These are good.
They're good, huh?
Mm-hmm. The meat is really tender. And it's juicy. And you rock that with the cheese.
Hey.
Little lettuce.
Aye.
Scoop the beans.
What?
You in the green.
That's right.
And for dessert, I had these mini mint ice cream mouthfuls. Now, 2 of these is what I had for dessert this day, and they kind of put you in the mindset of the Mad ice cream sandwiches. I can't remember the exact name of them, but I had them in my August favorites video, and I'll link that video above. For that particular ice cream sandwich, I had chocolate on chocolate. This is a mint flavor. So they're about the size of an Oreo cookie, but instead of having the icing in the middle, they have ice cream, and this one had mint ice cream. This mint was more like a mint extract flavor than it was the traditional mint chip ice cream flavor to me. And so for that, I think I was expecting that mint chocolate chip flavor, and it was a little more crispy mint is all I can think about. But anyway, I would give these sandwiches a 6 out of 10 and a possible repurchase. They're not my favorite, but they're not terrible.
Now that's a mouthful.
So on to day 4. Well, it was my day off, and so I treated myself to some Starbucks espresso with heavy cream and Splenda. I typically get 2 to 3 shots and then get this same exact combination, but this time I got 4 shots because I had things I had to get done and needed the energy. When I got home, I decided to try some different items that I had, which was the spinach artichoke dip, as well as some sweet plantain chips, and then some of the gorgonzola crackers. And I know it sounds like a crazy combination, but while the spinach dip was heating up, I went ahead and tried the plantain chips, and they are very good. That's a repurchase. And then I tried the roasted gorgonzola crackers with the spinach artichoke dip, and both of these were a win. Now, Crazy Kinks here on YouTube put me up on the roasted gorgonzola crackers and said they were a must buy, and she was correct. These are a definite repurchase, as well as the spinach artichoke dip. And to go along with all my snacky foods that I had for lunch, I had one of these plum cots, I think it's called. It's an apricot and a plum combo. Let me tell you something. Do not sleep on Trader Joe's fruits and vegetables, okay? They're super fresh and super tasty. Child, if I can go back and eat this again, I would. For dinner, I decided to cook up this Hatch chili macaroni and cheese and serve it on the side of the pesto Giovese chicken breast and some asparagus. So I just got started pan searing. The chicken breast was the first thing that I did, and then you'll see me saute up the asparagus. The macaroni and cheese was just microwavable, and I only had a third of the package. I split it with both of my kids. So we had a third of the pack of macaroni and cheese, as well as one of the chicken breast, and then a helping of asparagus. Let me say right off the bat, the Hatch chili macaroni and cheese, when I took it to the checkout register, one of the cashiers said, "Oh, this is so good." And it almost tempted me to go back and get a second pack so we could each have a half of a pack. But I thought, nah, let me stick with a third of it. Bad decision. I should have got another one while I was there, because that is some delicious macaroni and cheese. I think it was my favorite out of the two. Both of them are really good, but very, very different. This one had small green chilies in it, and it was very cheesy and so easy to prepare by just microwaving it. Now, the pesto chicken came out so juicy, tender, and just absolute repurchase. I think next time if I bought them, I would put them on a sandwich with some tomato and maybe some mozzarella cheese and serve it that way. But this whole dinner was a winner, period. Everything on the plate repurchased for me. And again, I was a member of the Clean Plate Club. Give me my badge. And for dessert, I had the Gone Bananas chocolate covered banana slices. They come in a bag and there's several in there. They're all different sizes, but I only ate about 3 pieces. I like that they're so cold, so it kind of gives you that like ice cream cool taste that you need, but it's also super sweet from the bananas and then the chocolate on the outside. These are so good and they're really low in points, surprisingly, and only a few will satisfy your sweet tooth. They are a definite repurchase. And we go on to day 5. Well, for breakfast, I went ahead and cooked up some more of that bacon that I had, and this time served it on a light English muffin with egg and had that for breakfast alongside some Trader Joe's grapes. The breakfast sandwich is bomb, period. No matter how you serve it up, that delicious bacon, and I put 4 pieces on there, so you know it was the baconiest bacon sandwich ever, but it was so good. And these grapes, oh my gosh. I don't even know how to say it, but they were super sweet and firm, crisp, delicious grapes. Do not sleep on Trader Joe's fruit, I'm telling y'all. For lunch, I went ahead and had the vegetable biryani and only had half of the pack, and it comes with vegetable dumplings. This is kind of a bit spicy, not as spicy as a fiery chicken, but it was a bit spicy, and I love biryani at Indian restaurants, so it was something I definitely had to try. The dumplings were kind of like bread balls, which made me think, does it have a lot of carbs in it? But surprisingly, it didn't, with rice and vegetable dumplings in it. But anyway, it came with these raisin pieces and peas, and it was really good. I say it is a repurchase, but I would give it about an 8 out of 10. I ended up inserting all of my trackers for the 5 days here at the end of the video. I definitely feel like I achieved the goals that I set out in the beginning of the week, which was to try a lot of new items from Trader Joe's and establish which items I would repurchase or not repurchase again, and do all of that while staying within my points. Now, because I only snacked on fresh fruit in between meals, I feel like pre-planning these meals out helped me to stay on track. Would I eat like this all the time? Absolutely not. But there's so many things to try at Trader Joe's. Maybe you can set up a week for you to try all the items you're looking forward to trying the same way that I did. At the last minute, I decided to go ahead and make a travel plan to go out of town, and that's why I wasn't able to film my dinner on day 5. I left straight from work, caught a train, and went straight to the airport to catch a flight. So I hope wherever you are on this Labor Day weekend, you're enjoying your weekend just as much as I'm enjoying mine. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and take care.